have touch. They're flexible because it's distance learning, it's e-learning. And then the last point was the cradle to cradle, and here is a message that I will send to inactive students, because cradle to cradle take care of recycling goods, and this will maybe give them ideas to be inspired from, to develop projects, okay, that are dealing with recycling goods, and then they have to check this cradle to cradle concept. And of course, the last point was 3D printing, which is also very interesting and an area that our engineers can invest in. So now we can open the debate. I see there's maybe you have some questions to ask. Still, some things are unclear or ambiguous. So I give you the floor if you have some questions to ask. Here, Mr. Massasim is still with us here for some minutes, so we can get the questions first, and then you can give him the time to answer every question. So feel free if you have any questions. Okay, we have questions.
I would like to ask if I can make a remark about the presentation of Mr. Osman.
Yes, of course.
Well, I wanted to make a remark about him saying that by succeeding in capitalism, you can apply your own values, and that's the beauty of capitalism. Actually, I do object the word beauty, because I think that in the history of civilizations and the beauty of the human being is the diversity in cultures. We are humans, and we are specific because we have this diversity that couldn't be beaten by any try or any try of the people who has got power to conquer the values of the other. I mean, for example, the USA, when they got to the possession of the leader of the world after the Cold War, they tried to apply their values and to vehicle them throughout the world, along with their values in the markets, etc. But they couldn't do that. Japan have kept their values. Vietnam have kept their values, and everyone, because values are not a question of something which is superficial. I mean, yes, we all wear jeans, we all buy Coca-Cola, etc., but those are some superficial values. When we talk about values, we talk about deeply rooted things that come by heredity and by a system that's derived from our own culture. So saying that the beauty of capitalism is applying your values by winning and being the leader is something which is discussed, a matter of discussion.
Debatable.
Yes. Well, my question is about our relationships with France. I mean, we all do say that France is a dead empire, and we should not follow them. We should diversify our partners, etc. But it is always the same matter. While our king has been in Africa trying to look back to the African countries and diversify, apply this saying of diversifying our partners, we heard that the ambassador of France in the US has been saying something about humiliating about Morocco. We heard about what happened to the president of the DSC in France, and those were signs from France to Morocco that you cannot get rid of us. You are ours, in some other terms. And we cannot respond to them directly. So my question is, what are those tight links that link us and make us submissive to France? I think this comes from us. I mean, they won't come and colonize us again. We adopt their language, we adopt, I don't know, their values. Literate people are those who talk their language, are those who adopt their values, are those who have good relationships with them. So the problem, I think, it comes from us. And if there is something else, I would like to clarify this thing, and thank you so much.
First of all, I would like to thank our presenters so much for their valuable ideas they are exposed. So just we all do believe that we can start small and get bigger. But among the things that were very interesting during this conference is the idea of investing in the human capital. We know that Moroccans, especially for this young generation, think that we have the potential to move from followers to leaders. But for not throwing flowers in our table, I do believe that this potential should be supported by real, sincere political desire or willing. I think that a lot of people would like to invest in Morocco, but we do believe that here in Morocco, the legislative process is not that easy in order to have the opportunity to invest in our country. Also, I do share the idea that my friend has said about we are still following our pre-colonizers, and we are willing to have a free choice to govern ourselves. And thank you so much.
Is there someone else who would like to ask a question? And we need to give room for results to ask. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, well, thank you for your presentation and for advice, which is very important, and it will help us in our professional career. Well, my question is how to increase the level of invention between young people, and how to encourage them to do more researches that will help our country, especially here in Morocco. And because a lot of young people have a lot of innovative ideas, and that they can't make a will, so how we can open this door for them. And thank you.
I think it's for you.
Yes, thank you for your questions. I will start from the last question. How to increase the innovative level of students and young people. There is no doubt that there is no way to do that without education, without learning. And we do have a lot of opportunities now with the MOOC and with the telecommunication framework to increase our level of understanding and our skills. In addition, I would like to say that students and young people need to have clear vision in their life and to define clear values in their life and in the business. So this will help them to innovate. From a national standpoint, I'm very disappointed to see that still now we don't have Islamic finance and Islamic banks, and this is a very bad thing in our country, while other countries, even European and American, in America we do have La Riba, which is an Islamic bank. In England, we do have an Islamic finance platform in London. What we will not in Morocco have and provide this alternative financing, because this will open the door to young people that have Islamic values, that are not willing to invest in harmful areas like alcohol and not halal, to invest in areas that are halal and are free from riba. Why not? So this is a call for our leaders to think about it and to speed up the adoption of Islamic banks and Islamic finance. There is no time to waste. No time to waste for us in this time. The things are going very fast. And if we do not do this now, we will be left behind the big vector of economic growth and innovation and industrial development. If we don't have, and if a country doesn't have leaders which are visionary, which are willing to take risks and to put rules in the benefit of their countries, we cannot do anything. For the first question, dependence to France, to me, I see in France an opportunity also to do business and to leverage with this country, because we do have a lot of history with this country, although there are some misunderstanding and some issues with them recently, but they have good things to do with us, and I see that we need to see on the positive way from France. But we need also to diversify our partners and to leverage our relation with the English-speaking countries like USA and in England. So that's all.
Yeah, you're right, completely right concerning the last point. And we just have to add, I agree totally with you when you said that it's our fault, this independence that we have developed towards or vis-a-vis the French countries. Maybe it's kind of the aftermath, okay, the aftermath of the colonization period now. But the attitude of Moroccans towards French this is what has to change. You just have to see how people are, trying to show that their kids how to speak French and all that stuff, and how people speaking French consider themselves as the intellectual people of the country. So here it's more a matter of the attitude and more a matter of it's dangerous. It becomes a kind of culture. It's an acculturation, if you allow me the term. It's acculturation. So we have acculturated the French country. Yes.
I said we see them as superiors.
Yeah. Well, this is, as I said, maybe this is part of the aftermath of colonization. I would like to thank Professor Massassian for his kindness and willingness to answer the questions. I would like to congratulate the organizing committees for the efforts they have in order to organize such an event. They have succeeded in innovating something new, which is a conference totally in English. We congratulate them for that, and we hope that this will not be the last time. It will be just a starting point towards maybe a kind of overture toward English and toward English speakers, and maybe toward varying partners at level of. And thank you very much for your attention.